Welcome to the Windows Computer and Technology channel. And the other, thing that we talked about in the last video of Windows 10's market share, what will be like in October 2025. One of the questions that also came out is, the speculation of, well, where would Windows 11 be in market share if there was not the minimum requirements that it has, if it would be the same as Windows 10, say? How many people would have moved on from Windows 10 to Windows 11? One thing for sure, the market share would be higher. I think it would be. We've polled in the past here on the channel about people on unsupported hardware, if they would move on to Windows 11 or not. There's quite a few responses of people saying, yeah, if I would have had the minimum requirements, I would have moved on, definitely. Of course, you can bypass the minimum requirements. You can go and install Windows 11 by removing the minimum requirements check. But, that's, even though for enthusiasts, that's an easy thing. It's not an easy thing for regular folks, for regular users. It doesn't happen. There's a lot of people on this channel that think, that things are so easy. Yeah, they're easy for you. You're missing out that they're not easy for the majority of Windows users. And because what they do is they just want to use Windows. Remember that there's two types of users, basically. There's the enthusiast and there's the I want to use a PC on Windows to do what I want to do. They don't need and don't care about anything and how it works. It's like buying a car. Most people do not care and have no idea how the majority of the car works. They just want a car that you can drive somewhere with. That's it. It has to be reliable and it has to do what I want, go somewhere. So when I see people saying, well, there must be dumb people out there because they can't partition a drive or they can't, just that type of comment shows me how completely irrelevant and, you're just completely out of the reality of what is a user of a PC. And every time I see that, it's like, no, yeah, you're calling people dumb. It's not at all that. You're interested in that and you like tweaking it. That's your thing and you like that, fine. Most people don't. And most people don't care. So, it comes down to that. So a lot of people that enthusiasts moved to Windows 11 unsupported. They wanted to try it. They wanted to see it. Regular folks don't even know that you can bypass or whatever, and they don't even care anyways. They're on Windows 10 and they want to stay there. So what would have been if the minimum requirements? Most of the people that would have moved on are, for the most part, more enthusiasts than regular users because they kind of find it interesting to see something new. I definitely, instead of 27, 28% we're now, I guess we could have been maybe at 40% or something. It's hard to say because there's a lot of negative on Windows 11. And I think a lot of the negative of Windows 11 came out of frustrated people that don't have the PC requirements. So they're going to do everything they can to make the operating system look bad. But, when I see comments of, well, the interface is ugly, that's not even a comment. I mean, when I see people just saying something like that, it's like you don't even say anything, when you really have a comment about what you don't like, you say what exactly you don't like. You don't just like, I don't, personally, I love Windows 11. And I'm happy to be on Windows 11 on most of my machines. But that's me. And it's not necessarily for everybody. And my PCs works fine with Windows 11. And from the comments I see, most people that have moved to Windows 11, most appreciate it. So, it's a tough question to answer. What would be a market share if the minimum requirements? One thing for sure, it would have taken a higher market share. And maybe Windows 10 would be on the way down. Maybe Windows 10 would really be, and at the end of October 2025, at a low number. But that's not what's happening. And those that have moved on with unsupported, I think pretty much all moved already. I can't see a lot of people moving on to Windows 11 unsupported after October 2025 for a simple reason. Not only you have to move on, and which is something that most people don't really know how to do, you also have to understand that being unsupported means every time there's a new version, you have to manually install the new version. It doesn't upgrade. So all of that together, makes it too complicated for the average user. So hard to say, but I wouldn't be surprised it'd be probably after all of this time, probably above 40% easily. But it's hard to say. It's really something that you got to think of. But all the decisions Microsoft took of minimum requirements, the minimum requirements for TPM I can understand for security reasons with, BitLocker and things like that. But yet it could have been an optional security check or security feature that you need only when you use that particular feature. The other one that's a little more difficult to kind of grasp is, the CPU generation that they've decided to stop on, But anyways, that's, they want us to move on, and yes, they want hardware makers to sell hardware, definitely. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.